We are here with one of our very good friends from Bloodfire Studios, local in San Diego, with incredible horror and adult-related comics, Mr. Dennis Greenhill. Good to see you again, my friend.
Nice to see you. Been a while.
Yeah, definitely. What's been going on for the past year?
We've got all kinds of good stuff going on. We've been expanding, getting big, making ourselves look a whole lot better than we usually do. So.
Busy, busy, busy.
Always.
One of the key artists for some of their titles, DNA Chronicles, is Mr. Chad Michael Ward, and we're going to be speaking to him because this guy definitely has an eye for art.
How you doing?
Doing good, brother. How about yourself, man?
Great.
All right. You know what? The one thing that I've noticed with Comic-Con, comics, and animation, everything that's a part of this is the ultra perversion. the how should I say
the right place.
Exactly, the utter fascination of the female physique, which, you know what, I can relate to.
Oh, I think we all can. Definitely. It's what I do. I love beautiful women. I love beautiful naked women, and
Yeah.
turned it into art. You know, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Oh, hell no, and plus you're making a living out of it, man. That's beautiful, dude. You know what? I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
A lot of people are. A lot of people. A lot of my friends say, "Dude, how do I get into this?" I say, "Buy a camera."
There you go. How long you been doing this, and how did you get into it?
I've been doing this for about 15 years, and it's just something I've always wanted to be an artist, but I can't draw. I can do stick figures, but that's about it. And then I discovered Photoshop, and the rest is history. Had some friends come over, took pictures, started doing digital work on it, and 15 years later, we're creating some art. So
Photoshop was a photographer's wet dream at that time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I started with Photoshop too, before there were even layers or anything. So it was pretty ancient. But the program's come a long way. I've come a long way. The girls have come a long way.
That they have, and God bless them for that. For the type of style that you do, obviously more horror-related genre, who was your influence?
You know, my influences are very, very all over the place. But guys like H.R. Giger, Joel Peter Wiccan, you know, on the photo side, Ashley Wood, Dave McKeon. You know, when I started, Dave McKeon was probably the biggest influence, and probably aped his work a little too much in the beginning, but I've come a long way since then. So guys like that are just, I mean, they continue to just astound me. Baron Story is another amazing, amazing artist. So, you know, movies, films, everything. It's just influences, just comes out of my head.
That's totally cool. How do you like your relationship with Bloodfire Studios?
Oh, Bloodfire is awesome. I love working with those guys. You know, doing DNA Chronicles, working with people like Ling. It's been an experience. Very surreal, but very exciting.
She's absolutely freaking gorgeous.
Oh, she is. She's a very beautiful girl. She's very fun to work with. She loves the camera. So, you know, and
The camera loves her.
The camera absolutely loves her. So, it's been great. It's definitely been great. And I've got 3 more covers to do with them on that project, and then we're going to probably go do the sequel and have some fun with it.
Well, kick-ass, Chad. Thank you so much for being a part of this and taking some time. Chad Michael Ward. Back here at the Bloodfire Studios booth, just had an incredible interview with Chad Michael Ward. And again, some of his artwork permeates the titles that are published here at Bloodfire Studios. Dennis, thanks again for being here, my friend. Let's talk about what's going on and the artwork from DNA Chronicles.
Beautiful, yeah. Chad, like we were just talking about, he actually did the covers, the photo covers with the Ling for the DNA Hacker Chronicles. He did issue 1 and issue 2 for us. Ling starred in the Gene Generation, which the film was based on these comic books.
What are some of the new things that Bloodfire Studios are working on that you can help promote?
The absolute biggest thing is that we are now slated for network television with Kindergoth. It will be on the air. We're just waiting for what specific network it's going to be.
Is she going to be in it?
Well, we'll talk about that afterwards. Beyond that, we're also now getting involved in audio comics. And so we're going to do audio theater, just a throwback to the old 30s and 40s radio shows.
No doubt, like only the shadow knows.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of new titles that will be coming out under that. It's super secret, under the radar stuff right now.
Okay, very cool. You could tell us, but then you'd have to hack us apart and all that stuff. That would be messy.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we're not capable of it.
Exactly. I mean, it fits in the genre. Speaking of Vampyrates,
Yes.
Mr. Jeromy Cox is here.
Yes, Jeromy we were lucky enough to convince him to bring out the newest issue. So it's currently sitting on the table. He's sitting right over here doing a signing right now, and it's been doing very well for us.
Now he's under pain and torture contract, so we can go mess with him a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's go mess with Jeromy Cox. All right, I wasn't lying. Here he is, Mr. Jeromy Cox, the brains behind Vampyrates.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I just hit. Damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
Drawing there.
Oh, that's all right. Sorry about that. Awesome. Vampyrates. I mean, awesome concept. How in the hell did that come about?
I went to Disneyland with a friend, and it was around Halloween time, and he needed something to dress up as, and he couldn't decide between a vampire or a pirate, so my friend Kevin decided to be both. He was a vampire. And then that whole night I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I came up with the whole concept for vampires.
Oh, shit. So you were the inspiration.
It's Kevin, right here.
Indeed I was, and then took about 10 years for Jeromy actually to turn it into a comic book. And after this first issue came out,
Awesome.
he asked me to write the rest of the issues. So I'm now the co-writer. We're scripting, writing together, and coming up with some really cool stuff.
Well, kick-ass. I guess it's best, or better late than never.
Correct. Yes. Well, it's a lot of work. Normally, my day job is I color comics, so I color Spider-Man, X-Factor, DMZ. But they let me do my own stuff on the side, so I'm working on Vampyrates now. This is the first issue preview, and we got Zombie Love on the back. It's my older series, and probably this year or early next year we'll have all the regular series coming out. We'll get a bunch done, so there's no gap in between.
So how many years have you been in the industry, and what titles are you related to?
I've been in the industry since '92, and I used to work for Wildstorm, Jim Lee Studio, and I did Wildcats Gen 13. Then I started working on Leave It to Chance and Promethea, Mage, and I did a lot of work for DC, and I just recently signed exclusive to Marvel, so now I do Marvel books.
Kick-ass. Well, we appreciate you definitely taking time with us, Jeromy Cox. Appreciate it. And the inspiration of Vampyrates. We want to actually borrow you as well. Dennis said that you're on contract paying a torture, that we can borrow you for a little bit. Would you mind kind of take us around this whole area and giving us the historic or the more professional aspect of comics with your experience?
I would definitely do that.
Awesome. We're going to take a tour. Jeromy Cox is going to give us a lowdown on the comics industry. All right, Jeromy and Kevin have been gracious enough to give us a tour of the whole comics arena, since we have a person that's been in the industry for many, many years and a diehard fan that's now in the industry and has been for a little bit. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to hand it over to you. Give us your perspective and thoughts about some of your favorite places.
Okay, cool. Well, we're here at the heavy metal booth. Started in the 70s with European comics called Metal Hurlant, and now it's over here. You've probably seen the movie Heavy Metal, and this is their booth. A few years ago. They've got a new movie coming out with David Fincher, and this is their newest title, Fluorescent Black. It's coming out this month, and I think they have free issues if I'm not incorrect, so let's take a look.
Free is always good.
So what do you guys got here?
Too good.
Excuse me? What do you guys got here?
Fluorescent Black.
What is that?
It's a graphic novel.
How much is it?
It's free!
Wow, okay, that works, yeah.
Wow.
We're giving it away.
So is this like an old-timey kind of steampunk kind of thing?
No, it's not steampunk, it's biopunk.
Oh, okay, there we go. So what is Heavy Metal?
Heavy Metal is a magazine, an adult illustrated magazine, not for little kids.
You should do like a kids version.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing a kids version.
Yeah.
Big eyes, small mouth.
Jeromy guy.
So who are you? You're Matt Wilson, is that correct?
I'm MF Wilson.
MF Wilson, okay, and
Too
you're
many Matt Wilsons.
You're the writer, right?
Writer.
Okay, and then who's this guy?
I'm Nathan Fox.
Okay, Nathan Fox. So you drew this issue?
I drew it.
Did you draw this cover? Oh, I did. And
Blown up his spot.
so how did you guys hook up with Heavy Metal?
Through Kevin Eastman.
Who
Just left. He's on the panel.
And that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay. So is this available now?
It's September.
September. Okay.
Unless you're at Comic-Con right now.
And then
in which case it's free.
It's free. Free.
Free!
Cool. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Cheers. Okay, so we just left that booth and we came down here, and look what we found. We actually found comic books. The whole thing started with comic books way back in 1970, I believe. It started at the El Cortez. Kevin was at the El Cortez.
Yeah, I used to go to the El Cortez Hotel. My first con was in 1974. I have tons of these long boxes stored away in a storage unit. I think Jeromy has way more than I do.
Yeah, my garage is filled with them. But with all the movie and popular video game tie-ins, everything, people forget that it all started with comic books. And you can see them here. It started with these Golden and Silver Age comic books that fetch a pretty penny if you really wanted to get into it.
My wallet's empty.
My wallet's empty. It's only day 2, so.
We're going to head somewhere else.
Cool. Here we are at the DC booth, one of the main staples of comics, excuse the pun. You can see we have Jim Lee's Batman here. Jim Lee came on with Wildstorm Comics. DC's got a number of imprints. They've got Wildstorm, Vertigo, they got their children's line. Most known for Superman, Batman, but then also known for publishing independents, and they have a new line of independent online comics called Zuda Comics. Wildstorm Comics publishes a lot of, say, movie tie-ins and a lot of their own titles. Vertigo Comics is their more adult line, and they're known for, say, Swamp Thing or what else?
There's so much.
Yeah,
Now,
the Sandman.
Jeromy here actually used to do a lot of work for DC until Marvel snuck up and got him under an exclusive contract. So we're going to go over and take a look at Marvel now.
Marvel Comics. Okay, as you can see, we're a bit crowded here, and that's because we're in front of the Marvel booth, most popular comic line in America, probably around the world.
Got a lot of Iron Man stuff right behind us, but Marvel is famous for a lot of things. You got your Captain America, you got your Spider-Man,
You got your Fantastic Four,
Avengers. We happen to run into our good friend Bart here. Bart was at the very first Comic-Con.
Yeah,
the very first one.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like this, let me tell you. You could probably fit the first 20 cons just in the Marvel booth, I think.
Yeah.
You had to step out.
Yeah, and I met Bart just a couple years later at the 74 con, which was my first one. And we've known each other for a couple of years now.
Yeah, a couple of years. And again, it's just unbelievable how big this thing has gotten. I mean, it's just... enormous is not even a word for it. This is just, you can't see one end of the room from the other. That's big.
I think they have Sherpas that you can hire to get from one end to the other.
I'm going by camel. It's all good.
The camel, I haven't tried that yet.
Now, one of the things that's happened in con over the last few years, or last several years, is that it's gone from just about selling and trading comics to a lot of giveaways. All the major companies give something away at their booth, and it gets packed with people trying to get their free stuff. One of the big things this year is actually a movie called Twilight. You might have heard of it. The big deal this year, and there's a booth we're going to go to that's giving away some Twilight pins in about 5 minutes, and there's going to be a big line.
Hey, you know.
It seems that everything under the sun wants to be connected with comics these days, but some people actually are into comic books, including the Suicide Girls. They have a huge following with the comic book people, and they've got their own online forum they attach themselves with, and people attach themselves with the fans get together with the girls. It's really, I don't know, interesting thing. It's not definitely for kids, but that's what Comic-Con is. Comic-Con is a media extravaganza, touches on everything. So anything you're looking for, you're probably going to find here at Comic-Con. All right, let's go find those pins. Big thing at Comic-Con is cosplay, which is costume play. People dressing up as their different favorite characters, and they walk around, and you run into everyone. We've run into 2 people. What characters are you guys?
I'm Dr. Mrs. the Monarch from Venture Brothers.
Venture Brothers, and?
I'm Kanu from Iku Tensen. It's a Japanese animation.
Very cool, very cool. And you guys got a calendar?
Yeah, we actually have a calendar with girls dressed in as characters.
Oh, very cool.
So it's called Fan Vixen, so
they're
every month
basically
has a
dressed
different
in
cosplay. Yeah,
right.
yeah. This is Dr. Girlfriend's lingerie costume.
That's very cool. Thank you
Night
so much.
Elf, but yeah.
Okay, you guys have a great day.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
bye. So the biggest tie-in of this con, besides Tron, I would have to say is Twilight. Everyone's showing up for Twilight. People waited in line 2 days before the actual premiere of I believe it was the trailer?
Just the trailer. I believe there were some stars here. I avoided it like the plague because really, I wasn't going to get in, and I'm not a teenage girl.
Apparently, if you waited in the line, though, you actually got to go through the area where Johnny Depp showed up, too. So the Comic-Con people are very nice to be doing that. So here we are where they're giving away something for Twilight.
Yeah, they're giving away some Twilight pins. There's going to be a frenzy here in just a couple of minutes. They're giving away every day a different pin. Now, yesterday, I think it was Edward. Today it's Bella, I believe. And I got a text from my wife about 5 minutes ago. She said, get the Twilight pin. So I'm here to get the Twilight pin. Hopefully I can do it on camera and I won't have to stand in line. Now I'm trying to approach from the other direction. I'm kind of sneaking in here. Everyone's kind of reaching in and grabbing. They're being very polite. They're actually saying thank you. But it's such a frenzy. And look at all the happy faces as they walk away with their free pin, their free Twilight pin. Look, a rare male as he picks up a pin. Oh, keep moving, keep moving. Oh. And here they are giving away the pins as people walk past. Notice as they look for the Twilight pins. People are being ushered quickly, quickly. Grab your free pins. Grab your free swag. Yes, all those people facing in this direction, they are in line for the pins. They're being held back. And here we go. Here we go. I'm coming in. Yeah, I'm getting my pin. I'm getting my pin right now. Can you grab it? Yeah, thank you. Cool. My wife. I got a second one. My wife will be happy. Thanks. We're going back to Bloodfire now.
So where were you? We've been waiting.